Hi there, my name is Lori Ehlke and I'm an artist and art teacher. Today I wanted to share with you a painting that goes with the Holy Week coming up. This is just a fun little watercolor, obviously working with the word Hosanna for Palm Sunday. And I just used some different variations of greens to make these palm branches, and we'll walk you step by step through that process. Because we're looking at Hosanna and Palm Sunday, I also wanted to share with you a magazine that is put out by Holy Hen House. You can find them at holyhenhouse.com. And I was recently published in the magazine. I have a couple of my paintings that I wanted to share. So I have this church picture here and this picture of my twins hiding inside of a box. And then I have a picture of Jesus' feet too. So it was exciting to be able to see my artwork in a publication like this magazine. This is their spring issue for 2020. So if you're interested, I'm guessing they have more available on their website, holyhenhouse.com. All right, thanks for watching my watercolor tutorial and happy painting. So I've added in the lettering using just a font that I found online, and I went ahead and printed it out and then traced it onto my paper. I am not the best at hand lettering. It takes a really long time, and instead I just wanted to focus more on the painting. So I traced it onto my paper and then I used Sharpie to add the lettering. I've also added these lines above and below very lightly with pencil. I used a ruler, and I'm going to use those to kind of keep all of my painting of palm branches outside of the lettering. I'm starting off with a light green, and we'll add layers after that of darker greens as I go. Trying to use a little bit more water, and I'm making sure to make some nice long branches. I'm going to go ahead and go right off the edge of my paper so it makes the palm branches look like they continue below where the paper ends. I'm going to repeat this on the bottom of the lettering and on the top until I have the entire page filled. And it doesn't really matter if my branches touch or not. I'm choosing to make my palm branches not touch for my first layer here, but when I add other layers to overlap, they will definitely kind of touch other branches. So you can see I went ahead and added 3 branches on the bottom and 3 on the top with the lightest green. Now I am going in with kind of a medium green, and I'm making the branch fronds a little bit shorter and then obviously a little bit darker than the ones before. And I'm kind of placing them in between the other branches. I'm starting all of my branches on those real light lines that I drew with the ruler before I started painting. As I'm overlapping these branches with the ones that are underneath, I'm not too worried if some of the branches show through the ones that I'm doing. It doesn't really matter too much for this painting. And I'm really only going over each of these branches once before I'm moving on. I'm going to add these branches along the bottom here, and then we'll go ahead and add some to the top as well. So now that I've done my first 2 layers of branches, I'm starting a 3rd layer. This one is darker yet than the other ones, and I'm making these branches a little bit smaller so that they actually are completely on the page. You can see this one does not go off the bottom like the others do, and it's just kind of more to fill in the space a little bit better. I'm looking for spots that are just open where I can kind of use these as fillers. Using smaller brush strokes, more pigment, so less water, and really trying to get a nice dark color of green. This kind of helps make it look more balanced. I've got like a light medium, a light green, a medium green, and a dark green. Makes it more interesting to look at. I'm doing this along the bottom, and then again we'll continue to do it along the top, just filling in any spots that I feel need to be a little bit more full. So I'm finishing up with my darkest green. You can see I've added some along the top too, overlapping the light and medium green. And now I wanted my lettering to stand out just a little bit more. So I'm going in with a watery mix of the lightest green, and I'm just kind of adding an edge along where I drew my ruler line so that it makes it kind of a solid color underneath, and then I'm kind of fading it out into the white. So it's not completely green, but green towards the edge, and then kind of adding some water to fade it out toward the palm branches. And that gave a nice solid green line above and below the word Hosanna.